You came across this video because, like me, you interested in getting started in Amazon FBA. You're interested in knowing more about it. Well, you came to the right place. This is episode 2 of my series where I'm going to be going from $0 to $10,000 a month in monthly profit when it comes to Amazon FBA. And this episode specifically is going to be about our setup, right? It's going to be about what softwares you need. And of course, once I go into depth, you can then make an educated decision on which ones you feel is necessary for you starting out. But I'm going to give you a review and monthly pricing of each software that I use in my business and kind of show you how I use it. And you'll be surprised to see that it's not that much money once you put it against the profits you can make with using them. So in this video, we'll go in detail about what I use and how I use it, and I'll kind of give you a brief summary of what they do, and we'll go from there. Welcome to the video. When it comes to adding up what the potential profits can be in this business. So first and foremost, we're going to jump right into it and say, hey, what software is a necessity? What softwares do I absolutely need? And first and foremost, if you guys have heard anything about Amazon FBA, the number one software you're going to need is Keepa, right? Keepa is a software that's going to tell you all of the data that you need to know about a product in Amazon. I'll give you guys some examples in further videos going down the line, but once you log into Keepa, you're going to be able to see detailed information about the product that you're looking at. You're going to be able to see the sales rank. You're going to be able to see, buy box statistics. You're going to be able to see, what price point the unit really sells at, what price point is hot, what price point is slow. You're going to be able to see the information, man, when it comes to this. And I'll go into depth in a further video breaking down Keepa in very much detail, but for this video, for the sake of this video, just an overview, man. Keepa is something that you definitely need. And like I said, Keepa is going to end up being only $20 a month, right? It's $20 a month, and it's going to be able to tell you all of this information you need to know about a product. And I'm going to tell you guys, from my experience and every other Amazon seller out there, there is no workaround when it comes to Keepa. That is the number one thing you're going to need. Number two, we also have SellerAmp, right? SellerAmp is a software that once you plug it in, you can go in, log in, create an account, and then once you create that account, you're going to be able to put in your criteria. So a lot of times you'll see different Amazon sellers putting in selling information as far as price points, right? If I buy this at this price, here's my profit, right? SellerAmp for me, and what I use it in my business, is a quick Amazon calculator, and it has so much more detail to it. And I'll make another video, like I said, in the future, going into detail about SellerAmp. But for the generic overview and how I use it in my business, I use it to be able to quickly swift through products that I'm looking at sourcing and thinking about test buying, for it to be able to tell me, hey, very quickly, if you want this item and you want to make, for example, 30% profit, you need to buy it at the maximum price of this, right? It's going to also tell you some other information as far as estimated sales per month. It's going to be able to tell you how many FBA sellers, how many FBM sellers. It's going to be able to tell you a lot of different things as well, right? And it has some tracking features in it as well. And like I said, in videos to come, I will go in detail about SellerAmp, right? But you're definitely going to need SellerAmp, and SellerAmp only comes in at $28 a month, right? So you need to get that. For me, I would say, it is a tier B product, not product as far as the quality, but tier B as far as necessity, right? You don't absolutely need it, but when it comes to being efficient in your processes and in your business, you will want to take a look at that and see about getting that added onto your repertoire, right? All right, now number 3, you're going to need Inventory Lab. Inventory Lab is a accounting software that I use in my business for myself and for my prep center. Right, that prep center is going to be able to quickly make shipments and quickly create batches. So within Inventory Lab, you're going to be able to create a batch, which is, in other words, is a shipment that you're going to send out to Amazon FBA, and it's going to be able to streamline that process for you. On top of those shipments, and you can use that for shipments for your prep center or for yourself, right? Creating shipments for yourself versus using the Amazon Seller Central versus using Inventory Lab, it's completely different, right? Inventory Lab has it seamlessly integrated to where you can go in there and create your shipments and make it a very well seamless process and be efficient in that process as well. And I'll make a detailed video going in detail about that in the future as well. But Inventory Lab comes in at $69 a month, and I would say that's a tier B product as well, right? You don't absolutely need it starting out, but once you start getting the hang of things and you want to streamline and make more money, you will want to look at integrating that into your systems. Okay. After that, we have Aura. Aura is a repricer that I use in my business to make sure I'm capturing the most efficient sales price of an item to sell it as quickly as possible. So the name of the game in my business is to sell a product for as much as I can, as fast as I can, right? I don't want to hold a product for months. I want to be able for it to check in and sell as quickly as possible while maximizing that dollar. And that way, when I'm doing that, I'm making sure that I can go ahead and churn my money, right? I'm creating that cash flow, and I'm not holding for 30, 40 days. I'm trying to sell my products in 5 to 10, sometimes 12 days, right? Aura comes in at $97 a month, and it's a great product to have when it comes to repricing. I would say it's a tier B product as well. You'll kind of see that Keepa is probably the only one that you absolutely need starting out. But as you go on and progress, you're definitely going to look at these softwares as well. Aura is a repricer, and there's some more repricers out there. I'm sure each Amazon seller has a preference when it comes to what they use in their business. For me, that's Aura. I love the idea of it. It's very simple to use once you understand it. The guys over there work with me. They answer any questions I have, always email me back. So I love that team, and that's why I use Aura, right? More importantly, actually, I never talk about this as well, but this is a tier A subscription you're going to need as well, which is the Amazon Seller Central Pro account, right? You have to have a pro account to make things work. I don't think you absolutely need it. I've never had Amazon Seller Central without having the pro version, so I don't know what it looks like when you don't have the pro version, but I can tell you absolutely are going to need that pro version. It's going to give you a wealth of information when it comes to your account, right? Account health statistics, sales, buy box percentages, things of that nature, right? And I'll make a video in the future as well, kind of going in dialogue about how to use Amazon Seller Central and navigating through the most important things you're going to need starting out. But that's a tier A subscription. You're going to need Amazon Seller Central, right? That is a must-have, right? So that's going to be a tier A subscription as well. For me as well, onlinejobs.ph was a place where I go to potentially hire VAs. Now in my business, the way I'm starting out, I'm going to start with a VA up front. Now this is not necessary, so I'm going to put Online Jobs as probably a tier C product, right? You don't absolutely need a VA in your business. For me, with my processes, my systems, my time, right, with me working a full-time job and as well as trying to build a side business, it's essential for me to have a virtual assistant in my business, right? I need them to be able to train them from day one, to show them what I'm looking for, vet them, understand what I'm trying to do in my business, and help someone, try to duplicate myself. So that way, when I'm at work and when I'm doing other things, I have the machine still working. I still have someone sourcing for me. I have someone understanding my business, being able to look for replenishables and things like that, right? So Online Jobs is going to be a tier C product, tier C subscription that comes in at $69 a month. Now you don't absolutely need this. Like I said, you can go about it yourself and not outsource. And starting out, right, I would recommend you don't use Online Jobs. You don't hire a VA. You definitely want to get in and understand how to work these things first before hiring a VA. So you want to make sure you have your systems and your processes down and you're efficient before you hand those tasks off to someone else. I've kind of understood what I'm looking for in my business and my sourcing tactics and things like that. So that's why I'm able to, hire a VA and train them more easily, right? Lastly but not least, we have Flipmine. Flipmine is a software that I use when it comes to sourcing for new products. If you guys know, if you don't know, now you do, I primarily sell used items from multiple marketplaces onto the Amazon FBA space. Flipmine is a software that I'm able to go in and swift through a lot of different price inefficiencies from the eBay marketplace onto Amazon and be able to look quickly, not quickly, but rather quickly compared to other sourcing methods to find profitable products to flip, used on Amazon FBA. So Flipmine comes in. I would say this is a tier B product, man. If you're looking to source new or used, you never know. Check it out, man. They have a free trial. You definitely might want to go on there and look at what they have. and kind of just get familiar with the space and get familiar with that software, because I'm sure it can bring some value to me, to you, as it brings value to me and my business when it comes to sourcing new items. Outside of using Keepa, which Keepa has a product finder tab, which I primarily use as well. Outside of that, I've been veering over into Flipmine as well to spearhead those double-edged, those two tactics to find multiple products per day. And I'll make a detailed video in the future going in about Flipmine and what it does, right? But that's it, guys. We have those primary softwares. You see that I kind of named them out and told you an overview of what they are. In total, right? Once you add up all these things, you're going to be able to see that the monthly overhead cost comes out to about $373. Now, here's the catch. That's with online jobs included. Like I said, you guys don't need online jobs starting out. So without online jobs, I have it written down here. Without online jobs, your overhead, your monthly overhead that you're going to need drops down from $373 to $304. So for $304, you could potentially be running, a business that's making you $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 extra a month. Or like if you're trying to be like myself, or even people that surpassed me, make you $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 per month. It just depends on how deep you go into this and how dedicated and consistent you become. But multiple people, how would your life look if you had an extra $1,500 a month to come in and help you with the bills? Your life can completely change. It's not always about that big number. It's about those small changes. And for me, quickly outside of my job, now I didn't have to worry about bills and things like that, right? It was taken care of. And now my monthly income from my job was just cushioned, right? So it all depends on what you want to do. But we have that's our total. Those are the softwares we absolutely need. And some of them we don't need. It's optional. And then in the future videos, I'm going to be deep diving into those softwares, showing you how to navigate those, so that way you can make an educated decision on which one you want. Thanks for tuning into the video. Stay on the tune, man. Next video, we're going to start diving into what these softwares are, and kind of give you some detailed information about those. If you guys have any, if you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, man, please leave them below. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram, man, and DM me any questions you have. Definitely looking to connect with everyone in this space, man, as I continue to go on my journey and continue to grow my business. I definitely look forward to meeting you all. See you on the next video.